Hello. Are you struggling to find good PMP sample questions and to actually learn from those questions? Let's review a few here and see what you think. As you read each question, ask yourself, what are the keywords in the question? You are managing an agile project, and your team has been implementing continuous process improvements to enhance efficiency. Over the last 3 sprints, the team's velocity has steadily increased. The number of defects has decreased. The sponsor has asked how you measure the effectiveness of these improvements. What's your best response? Let's look at each answer. A, review team status reports to compare trends in error rates, rework, and velocity. I like the word trends, I like error rates, etc. I think A is a pretty good answer as it relates to measuring. Let's go to answer B. Conduct a retrospective to gather qualitative feedback. I don't like the word qualitative here. A is better than B. Let's keep going. C, schedule a meeting with stakeholders to discuss their satisfaction. We're trying to measure effectiveness. We're not trying to measure satisfaction. We're trying to measure velocity and defects. So I don't like C. Let's go to D. Perform a root cause analysis to identify any remaining efficiencies. D is a great thing to do, but it doesn't answer the question about measuring effectiveness. Therefore, I'd go back to answer A. Let's click on it. When you look at sample questions, do you understand what are the keywords in the question? Why is the right answer right? We're looking for quantitative metrics in this question. What are the big takeaways? What's the PMP tip? When we think about measuring effectiveness, look for quantitative answers. Pause the video if you need to look here in more detail. Let's do a second question. Again, identify keywords in the question as you read it, not afterwards, but as you read the question, identify keywords. A PM working manufacturing process improvement, they decide to use value stream mapping, identify bottlenecks, reduce waste. The project manager has just finished creating the current state value stream map. What should the project manager do next? So this question is on value stream mapping. We have the current state. What do we do next? A says implement improvements in the current state map immediately. First, I don't like the word immediately. Usually it's a wrong answer. Not always, but this is not the next step to implement improvements. Share the current map with stakeholders and ask for their feedback. Yeah, I'm hoping for something better. Conduct a future state value stream map to visualize the desired process. C is better than B. Let's go to D. Conduct a root cause analysis to identify the reasons behind the bottlenecks. Yes, we want to do D, but it's not what we're going to do next. I'm going to click on C. Again, do you know what we got it correct? But you know what are the keywords in the question? I think we did great. Do you know why this answer is right? First, we do a current state and then a future state. What's the big takeaway? Value stream mapping is a process improvement tool. Analyze, optimize workflows. What do you need to know for the exam? So current state, future state. We want answers that emphasize both steps. Why do we do value stream mapping? To reduce waste, improve process flow. It keeps going. How does this idea relate to predictive and agile? how to apply this on the exam, and then final PMP exam tip. Current state, clear vision for the future state. Process improvement isn't just about identifying problems, it's about visualizing and planning better workflows, the future state. Again, pause the video if you need to look at this in more detail. Let's do one more sample question. A project manager is working on a process improvement project. They have used value stream mapping to identify value-added activities and non-value-added activities. We want to share, reduce non-value-added, explain the difference. Let's look at A. Value-added activities are the ones that take less time to complete. No, it's not about time. A is wrong. Let's go to B. Value-added activities are those the customers are willing to pay for. Well, that's true. Non-value activities are those the customer are not willing to pay for. I like answer B. Let's keep going. Value-added activities are the ones that require more resources. No, that's not true. Value-added activities directly contribute to the output, where non-value activities do not contribute. What would you go with? A or I'm sorry, B or D? Okay, D is wrong, but I'm going to click on it. So D is wrong, okay? And here I explain why this answer is wrong. Because it's partially correct, but it doesn't capture the complete essence. Pause the video if you want to read more here, but let's go to the back. The right answer is B. Keywords in the question. What do we mean by value added? What's the big takeaway? So for the exam, you need to know, what do we mean by value added versus non-value added? Pause the video to read this in more detail. How does this relate to lean? How do we apply this on the PMP exam? We want to eliminate unnecessary non-value added activities, but some non-value added activities are necessary. And here's the final PMP exam tip. We want to maximize value added activities while reducing non-value added work that doesn't support compliance or project success. So ask yourself, how did you do? How did you do with these questions? Would you like 1,300 more questions like this? Or would you like to do an hour-long session with me for free every Thursday, 11 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time? Click below to sign up. I hope you enjoyed today.